You studied English for years. You memorized grammar rules. You learned thousands of words. You passed written exams. You can read articles. You can understand videos with subtitles. And yet, when someone looks at you and asks, "So, what do you think?" your mind goes blank.
You are not a beginner. You are not lazy. You are not incapable. So why does this keep happening? Today, we are going deeper than tips. We are uncovering the real reasons.
Let us begin with one important shift in perspective. Fluency is not knowledge. Fluency is trained response. For years, many learners trained their knowledge. Very few trained their response. And that difference changes everything.
Most educational systems reward accuracy. You get points for correct grammar. You get high scores for perfect spelling. You are praised for choosing the right multiple choice answer. But real conversation does not reward perfection. It rewards speed. It rewards clarity. It rewards confidence under pressure. You were trained to be correct. You were not trained to be fast. And fluency requires speed first. Accuracy improves later.
There is another hidden problem. You practiced English passively. You listened. You read. You watched. But speaking is not passive. Speaking is physical. It is a motor skill, like playing the piano or learning to swim. You cannot think your way into it. You must train your mouth, your rhythm, your reaction time. If you rarely practice spontaneous speaking, your brain never builds automatic pathways. So when pressure appears, silence appears.
Now let us talk about how you are learning. Many learners translate inside their head. First, they think in their native language. Then they convert the sentence into English. Then they check the grammar. Then they finally speak. That process may take 3 or 4 seconds. In real conversation, you often have less than 1 second. The delay feels small in theory. But in conversation, it feels enormous.
This is where something called chunks becomes important. A chunk is a group of words that native speakers store and use as one single unit. For example, "I see your point. That makes sense. Let me think about that." At the end of the day, when native speakers use these expressions, they do not build them word by word. They retrieve them instantly. If you learned vocabulary as isolated words, you must construct sentences from zero each time. That is slow. And it is exhausting. Fluency comes from storing language in patterns, not pieces.
There is another layer. Phrasal verbs. A phrasal verb is a verb combined with a short word such as up, out, or off. For example, figure out, bring up, run into, carry on. Native speakers use phrasal verbs constantly in daily speech. If you avoid them because they feel confusing, your English becomes formal and rigid. And natural speech feels out of reach.
Fluency is also rhythm. English has stress patterns. Some words are strong. Some words are soft. If every word is pronounced with equal weight, speech sounds mechanical. But rhythm cannot be memorized from grammar books. It must be heard, imitated, and practiced repeatedly.
Now we reach the part that is rarely discussed. Fear. Many intelligent adults associate mistakes with incompetence. If they speak incorrectly, they believe others will question their intelligence. So they wait until they are sure. They wait until the sentence is perfect. And by the time perfection arrives, the moment to speak has passed. Children become fluent because they speak imperfectly, constantly. Adults stay silent because they protect their image.
People often say, "I cannot think in English." Thinking in English is not magic. It is repetition of patterns. until your brain stops translating. If translation is your default process, thinking directly in English never develops.
There is one final issue. Many learners say, I want to improve my English. But improve for what? To lead meetings? To negotiate? To travel? To present ideas clearly? Without a specific target. Practice remains unfocused. And unfocused practice produces slow results.
Here is the truth most people do not hear. You did not fail. You trained the wrong skill for years. You trained knowledge. But fluency is performance. Performance requires speed, pattern recognition, tolerance for imperfection, repetition under pressure. If you train those consistently, fluency grows. If you do not, time alone changes nothing. 10 years can pass, and nothing shifts.
The good news is this. Response systems can be retrained. Instead of memorizing 50 new words, master 10 powerful patterns. Instead of studying silently for 1 hour, practice speaking for 10 minutes with time limits. Instead of waiting for perfection, train for clarity and speed. Speed builds fluency. Fluency builds confidence. Confidence improves accuracy. That is the natural order.
If this changed how you see your English learning journey, you are in the right place here on Marin English Lab with Liam and Olivia. In the next episode, we will show you how to rebuild your speaking system step by step.